In this week's Parashat Noah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu destroys the world. We have the great flood, the Mabul, the world that reached the lowest levels of Tumah, of evil, of Ra, of Resha. They just sin so much, the level of Hamas, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, it's time to destroy them. And the Pasuk says, Vayimach et kol yakum asher al pnei adama. HaKadosh Baruch Hu erases, he wipes out all the existence that's in the world, asher al pnei adama, me'adam ad behema, from man down to the behema, ad remes, vad of hashamayim, to the creepy crawlers, to the birds in the sky. Vayimachu mina aretz, and Hashem basically wipes them all out, blots out the world. Vayishaer ach Noach, and only Noach is the one to survive. V'asher ito bateva, and those that are with him, his family, and all the animals that he has saved, that miraculous saving of what was left of the entire world. Okay, so I saw a beautiful idea on what does it mean. The pasuk has a funny language. Just say Vayishar Noach v'asher ito, and Noach survived, and everybody that was with him. Why does it add the extra word Vayishaer ach? And only Noach survives. Meaning it says only Noach and everything that's with him. But why the word only? Why that extra word ach? Okay, so we know Rashi comes along and he learns ach in a certain direction, that Noach was weak at this point. He had hurt himself, or maybe he wasn't treating the animals properly. He hadn't fed the lion on time, so he gets bit. It teaches you a little bit about Sar Balei Chayim, and that Noach, for the most part, did his job pretty well. But there were certain times, there was one area, or at least one time, when it wasn't 100%, and because of that, ultimately he's going to get bit. Comes along the Datskenim, comes along the Balaturim. They're focusing on a different midrash that says that what do you mean ach Noach? It is only Noach. So they explain based on this midrash that only comes to tell you, but there might have been somebody else that might have made it out. And they bring the famous story of Og in the midrash. There was Og Melech HaBashan, the evil king Og. We're going to meet in the times of Moshe. He survives. And from the fact that it says Ach Noach, actually they bring down a nice gematria. It says that's Ganim. What is Ach Noach? Ach Noach is gematria Og. That Og survived. He was clinging to the side of the teva. Somehow Og makes it out. Og makes it out alive. That we see Ach Noach, only Noach, is hinting why only, because there actually was somebody else that somehow made it as well in some other kind of way. And actually, the Rosh goes along and he says, based on this midrash, if Og makes it, but we know that Og had a brother named Sichon. We have Sichon and Og. How could Og have a brother Sichon if only Og survives? How could Sichon be alive in the times of Moshe Rabbeinu? So he gives actually a cool idea. He says that we know that when HaKadosh Baruch Hu saved the world, he saved the world with zugot. He only saved it with a zugi, with a double. Every animal came 2 by 2, and so therefore he says Og had to have come with somebody else. So he said he must have come with his mother, who was pregnant at the time with Sichon, or maybe you can have an Oedipus complex thing happening over there. It could be something more of a more Tameh kind of way. But that's how we have Og and Sichon. Ach means somebody else was around. But then I saw a really cool idea. I want to thank my daughter for bringing this up to me from her teacher. This also can be found. You can find it in the Sefer Otsar Plaot Torah. He brings down a commentary of a rabbi named Rabbi Shmuel Florentine. He's a rabbi from Saloniki, from Greece in the 1700s. He wrote a sefer called Minchat Shmuel. And in Minchat Shmuel, he says that he heard from somebody else. Why did it say the word Ach Noach, that only Noach? Because it is hinting to somebody else being alive. And he says there was somebody else, or somebody else that tried to make it but didn't. Meaning the pasuk says only Noach and his ark people survive, because somebody else had tried to make an ark too. So only Noach and his ark survived, but a different guy's ark did not survive. And what's that all about? Because we don't find this in the Midrashim. This is the idea of the Minchat Shmuel, but he says a very cool idea. He says, what happens? Ultimately, Noach was going around for 120 years and telling everybody, there's going to be a flood, you got to do teshuvah, and he's trying to bring people back. And we know he wasn't successful. Nobody came back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But based on Ach Noach, only Noach survived, but somebody else tried. And who's that somebody else? He says there was somebody else who tried to build an ark too, but not from the right reasons of teshuvah and coming close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but just because he was out for himself. He's, I'm going to make my own ark, I'm going to survive for my own sake, not thinking about HaKadosh Baruch Hu and teshuvah and being righteous. I just want to survive, I'm going to do it on my own. And he builds his own ark, and it doesn't make it. He says, why? So it says the Sefer Otzar Plaot Torah, it doesn't make it because ultimately in the bigger picture, Hashem wants our teshuvah. Hashem wanted that connection. In the bigger picture, the fact that Noach's ark made it was itself miraculous. Based on the simple read of the Psukim, and then especially with the Midrashim, Hashem opens up the Yikum, he opens up the lower waters, the upper waters. It's hot, it's lava, it's for so many days. And also the miracle of the thousands of animals that are on top of this, on this boat, and they're all surviving the ark. The whole ark A to Z was miraculous. It couldn't have made it without a Kadosh Baruch Hu. So the concept of somebody else is trying to copy Noach for his own sake and cutting God out of the picture, trying to outsmart God, chas v'shalom, it could never happen. So therefore, it's Ach Noach. It's only that one tzaddik of that generation. It's only Noach who's doing it because of a Kadosh Baruch Hu that makes it out. Shabbat Shalom.